All right. Wings up, everyone. Wings up.
Wings
Wings
up.
up.
So,
We're back at it, guys. Wings up to everyone on the call. We're back at it.
wings up.
Wings up. Wings up. Good to see you. And good to see
Wings
everyone
up.
on this call. Yep. Wings up. Wings up. All right. Okay. Good to see everyone on the call. And listen, today I'm excited about today's training. We're going to be dealing with rebuilding the framework and talking about the future of G2 Global Network. Just on our pivoting. Remember, we're pivoting and just kind of changing up a few things. So I'm glad everyone has come out to hear about how to really tap in into what we have going on in G2. And this is just going to be a little nudge tonight, okay? So it's not going to be a full presentation of everything, but just to kind of get you going, because at the end of the day, we're still focus on our wellness. We're not going to lose focus of that. What I'm doing here is showing you how we're going to leverage other products and other things that G2 has to offer and show you how you get paid from these particular products and getting you more wellness leads. Okay. All right. So this is just the beginning of some of the changes that we're making. So I thought it to be befitting that we would have a discussion centered around rebuilding the framework, rebuilding the framework. Okay, so rebuilding the framework. What exactly does that mean as it relates to G2 Global Network? Okay, so it's not about us starting over. It's not about us giving up or anything like that, but it's all about us refining and restructuring, redefining our focus and realigning the mission. All right. So that would enable us to meet our future business development. Okay, so and realign our mission to meet the future of business development. That's our mission. I'm sorry, I kind of got that twisted around, but uh, this rebuilding allows us to just to redefine and to refine. Okay, we're going to refine our structure and redefine our focus. All right. So why is it important that we rebuild? Number one, to increase our scalability and sustainability. Okay, we're in this to win. We want to win. We're not in it. We're not here just by happenstance, right? Happenstance. We're here to actually win. So the reason why we are rebuilding is so we can increase that scalability, okay, and also increase our sustainability. It's also to create better partnerships and results. We want to make sure that we're bringing all the right people inside of our G2 Global platform. We want to know who the real players are. Okay, who's going to stick around? Who's going to grow with us, right? So this rebuilding and reframing is going to allow us to kind of shift through those as well. All right. We want to make sure that those partnerships and relationships that we have within G2 Global Network are solid relationships. It also strengthens our alignment between vision, structure, and actual execution. It's one thing to discuss what we're going to do, but there's a total different, it's totally different to actually set out an execution. What data, how are we going to execute this plan? When are we going to execute this plan? Okay, so it's all about new direction. All right. So it's all about new direction and restructure what we already have. So the new direction is shifting from building global compliance agent teams to developing agency partnerships that multiply growth through collaboration. That's our new structure. We're shifting from building global compliance agent teams to developing agency partnerships that multiply growth through collaboration. Okay. So the rebuilding is in the reframing is that we sought out to have a team that was dedicated to of course making calls and introducing themselves to new potential clients that may need our services, and all of that is still relevant and is still good. It's applicable. Still do that. But it's all about working smarter and not working harder. So, how do we work smarter in this instance? How do we get these clients still and work smarter? Okay. And that's what we're trying to tweak here. We're trying to see exactly what works better in a more proficient and time proficient manner as well, with what we have, at our fingertips. So this is all about the reframing and the rebuilding of the G2 Global Network. So the power of the agency development, guys. So if focus shifts towards building partnerships with existing business professionals and service providers. Okay. We want to shift our focus toward building partnerships, okay, with existing business professionals and service providers. Okay. So, what I'm doing here and what we're doing from a leadership standpoint and our leadership team, we're teaching our network and we're teaching our team how to introduce G2 Global Model to insurance agents, payroll service providers, CPA firms, right? Business developers. See? These are all people that would have the database of the clients that you're trying to reach already because of the nature of their business. What about business equipment sales? They're dealing with the decision makers at companies, right? What about commercial and business funding brokers? Getting some of them on the team as an agent or agency. They're already dealing with commercial loans and business funding. They know which customers are have employees or which customers could utilize some FICA tax credits in their closings, add-ons. What about tax preparation and accounting services? They may deal with a lot of the small businesses to mid-sized businesses. Chamber of Commerce, right? Think about that. What about recruiting the president and leaders in the Chamber of Commerce as agencies? Okay? Getting the president of the Chamber of Commerce on board as an agency. He's already connected to all of the other businesses. You see? Direct relationship selling here. Okay? What about corporate leasing agents? These are people that lease corporate office space, warehouses, facilities. They're dealing with decision makers. What about business bankers? Recruiting business bankers to be an agency. Now, all of these people that I'm naming and these different entities that I'm naming, the result here is going to create a ecosystem, a huge ecosystem of trusted professionals, all working under the G2 Global umbrella as agencies. And so now these people are just literally turning in deals, right? Because they're going out and they're utilizing the database or the relationships that they already have with their clients and taking this product and giving it to them as an add-on. These are the perfect industries for you to tap into. Okay. So this is about relationship over product. We have to shift our thinking about into leveraging relationships instead of selling product. We have to leverage the relationship. Okay. This is a leverage play. We're leveraging the relationships. These people already have relationships with their client. You need to leverage that. Okay, here's the shift. Stop leading with products and start leading with people. Okay? Stop leading with products and lead with people. That's your goal. It's just a relationship selling. All right? The relationships open the door, and the right products is going to actually what we have is what's going to close it. So here's the strategy. Identify the needs of your contacts in your network. All right. Identify the needs, right? See who do you have in your network that meets those criteria. Who do you know that's CPAs? Who do you know that's an insurance agency? Who do you know that's in commercial lending? Look into your immediate contact list, right? And you want to match the right G2 Global product to their need. So see who you have in your network, in your database, and you want to match the right G2 Global product to your client's need. Okay, so the goal is to create synergy, not sales pressure. You're not just trying to create a sale, you're trying to create synergy. So when relationships and products align, results happen. Not because we're selling, guys, but because we're solving the issues. All right. And so, what tonight's call is basically about is leveraging the relationships and versus selling the product. So, what I want to talk about today is teach you how to go fishing. We want to go fishing. All right. Let's go fishing. With fishing, I don't know how many people we have on this call that has gone fishing or actively love fishing. I don't know. I like to go fishing. Matter of fact, I went fishing last week. Okay. And one of the most important things about going fishing, the goal is to catch a fish. But the most important thing about going fishing is to number one, is to have the right bait. You have to put on the hook what it is that particular fish is attracted to in order to catch them on the hook and reel them in. So in sales, that's what we do all day long, right? We go fishing. And a lot of times, when you think about this, and I want you, this is a rhetorical question to yourself, how often do you go fishing? How often are you going fishing? Are you just going out popping out, say, hey, I don't have any deals, or hey, give me a deal, someone? Right? We need to go fishing. We need to go fishing. So we've got to put bait on the hook in order to attract what it is that we're looking for. So in this business, our ultimate goal is to get people signed up under the wellness program. Why? Because that's a residual program. That's the only program that we have that's a residual program. You do the job one time and keep getting paid over and over and over. So that's your power player. That's your power product. That's your lead product. Why would that not be your lead product to be able to close a deal one time and keep getting paid over and over and over? So that's the lead product, okay? But we got to put other things on the hook, bait on the hook, in order to attract these type of fish, okay? So when we talk about bait, we talk about a couple of things. What is it that business customers, what are they looking for? What are businesses looking for? Most of the time, businesses are looking for capital to either expand or they need capital for operations. They need capital to meet payroll. There's various reasons of what businesses need. They need more marketing budget in order to grow their business, right? And some of them have emergency situations, right? What about emergency situations where, they can't meet payroll or they need a quick 300, 400,000 within a couple of days? You can use what's called business express funding. Now, everyone's going to have flyers and marketing for all of this that I'm sharing with you, but we have 24-hour business express funding packages. Okay. So that's your bait. Can you close this deal? 100% you can. We have this as a program. This is an actual program that we have, and we do it quite often. All right. So 24 hours express business funding. It's fast, it's flexible, and it's designed for small to mid-sized businesses needing immediate capital. All right. So we use MCA as the structure, which is a merchant cash advance, to structure this type of deal. What is a merchant cash advance? A merchant cash advance is a daily payment loan. It's a weekly payment loan, and it's based off of their daily receivables. Okay. Is this an appealing loan? Absolutely not. Does it create a solution to some clients' issues? Absolutely. Okay. There's so many directions that we can go on funding, but when you're putting bait on the hook, right, in sales, and you want to throw out 24-hour express funding, those clients out there don't know what type of funding this is, right? They don't know because when people hear MCA funding, they're going to be like, oh, no, I don't want that because they know it's daily payment, things of that nature, right? But you can pivot this marketing in any direction. Okay. This is what you want to have to get people on the line with you, right? Because if they're out there looking for funding, they're going to come right to you using this bait. If they're looking for funding, 24-hour express business funding, hey, sign me up. What do I need, right? This is good for emergency financial needs, payroll expenses, short-term cash advance. This is an actual loan. Is this the best choice for a customer? It depends. It depends on how fast they need the money and how bad they need the money. But for the most part, you have to remember what we are focused on as well. We're focused on building our agency channel and our compliance channel, right? We want that residual. So whatever product that we put on the hook, the key question to every product that we have to ask is, how many employees do you have?
You want it to be
How many employees do you have? Okay. Okay, so that's always the key question, right? So when you're fishing for funding deals, right? Even though you put this out there for 24-hour funding and you start catching a bunch of fish, part of your qualifications questions is, how many employees do you have? Okay, you know they're looking for funding and you can solve the funding need. You can solve the funding need. Now, they may not want this particular funding, but then because you're going to learn about all the other options, we'll better navigate them to something more appealing to them. But you have their attention right now. That's what you're looking for. You got them on the hook, and once you get the fish on the hook, it's your decision for all that fish, It's your decision to keep them or throw them back. Okay? So what you do with that fish is all I'm saying. What you do with that fish is completely up to you. So the key question to every product that you're going to use for bait is how many employees do you have? That's what you're seeking out of that bait. Okay, because guess what? 24-hour express funding, the only people that's looking for that is business clients. And you can solve it, but you want that residual money. You can solve that funding need as well. But you're looking for that residual money. So here's another add-on. All right. So we're fishing. So the MC, here's another one, guys. This is a new hot product that we have. All right. I want to spend a little time on this too. This is called an MCA Loan Bailout. All right. We're this is the industry only MCA bailout program. This is where you go and actually purchase the MCA and take it off of their books for a monthly payment at a lower rate. Okay, so these customers that have MCA loans, now you can go and buy their MCA loans now and get them off their books and put them in a 5-year term. All right, so it's not going to be credit is not a factor here. So they're not going to be judged on the credit, all right, but they're going to be looked at upon their business financials, of course, the bank statements, things like that. All right. So what is the benefits for this? This is the design to help businesses escape that debt cycle and regain cash flow because they hate these type of MCA loans. Why? Because they're daily payments, they're weekly payments. It's got them in a vicious cycle. So now with the program that we have, we get to go and bail them out of that. We're the only ones doing that. Okay. So the benefits to this is it extends repayment terms and reduces the monthly burden. It improves the business credit standings, right? And it restores the financial breathing room for that customer. They can breathe a little bit. But what's the magic question again? What's the magic question? What's the key question, y'all, that we want to ask even on this program?
How
How
many
many
employees do you
employees?
have?
How many employees? Bait. Again, you see what I mean? We're putting all this stuff on the hook, throwing it out there, and people say, "Hey, I need that MCA bailout loan. Get me up out this thing." This is something hot right here. I'm gonna give you guys the marketing for that. When you start promoting that and going out looking for customers, and all you gotta do is go find out who's got MCA loans and talk to them about the bailout. We're gonna do a training on this as well. Okay. But the key question is, how many employees do you have? You see how you're circling it still back to what you've been doing, which is the wellness. You're just fishing. And the good thing about this fish is that you can actually also eat the bait too. See, this is a twofold. You can win off the bait and you can win off the fish. You can enjoy the bait, everything works. Opposed to, in our traditional fishing, you put out, rubber baits and, you can use live worms. But, some of the things that you use is artificial. Well, we actually have real opportunities and real products to put on the hook. So now you get paid from this as well. So the way that we get paid on this is you make about 2 points on this. Okay. So you think about it this way. Some of these people, they got $100,000, $200,000 MCA, you bail them out, you're making a couple of $1,000s on those. But these are the loans that you could just go through. Okay. As long as they've got, they haven't been, also, they cannot have been late on their MCA loans. All right, that's the only thing. So they can't be late on them. All right, but once again, the magic question is how many employees that you have. So even if they don't want your MCA bailout for some reason, even if they don't want your MCA loan because it's not a good fit, number one, you have them on the hook. You have so many different ways to take them, and in terms of a solution. Remember, we're solution driven. We're solution driven. So because of that, uh, you can take them in so many different directions. Okay. So with all of our different programs. But the key question every time with your bait on the hook is one question. How many employees do you have? How many employees do you have? Right? So this is where you can get customers, and you can also sign them up as agencies. You're looking for employees and you're looking for agencies. So that's going to help transition toward the agency conversation, asking how many employees do they have or how many employees are they connected with, right? So you want to start transitioning over to that agency conversation with them. But this MCA Loan Bailout program is a great program that you can even offer to, you know, commercial lenders or brokers and things like that. Say, hey, you can make some money with us on the loan bailout program. These MCA, there's so many people that's going to tell you, yes, 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 please bail me out. They hate those loans. So even if you just targeted MCA loans with this program, what's the key question? How many employees do you have? Okay. You're talking to individuals now with this product. Companies are reaching out because of this product. Yeah, we want that. Bail us out. Get us out of this daily payment. You know, get us out of this weekly payment. You know, it may not be big companies for that. It might not be a whole lot of big companies, but you may have a company that may have 20, 30, 50 employees. But these are easy. This is easy because they want to get out of that. But you have to deliberately target people who have MCA loans. And for sure, these are companies, and for sure, they have employees. So the key question is always how many employees do you have? Okay, that's what you're looking for. Yes, I can bail you out. Absolutely. I'll tell you more about the program. Hey, how many employees do you have? Right away, you know, okay, this is going to be my wellness client, right? Because now, number one, these people, you know, they're looking for money. They're looking for money. They need to put money back into their business. So you already know there's a financial issue here right now, right? And you have another solution as an add-on. And you're using this MCA loan bailout program as bait. But you can actually accomplish this solution for them. Okay. What about business acquisition funding? Business acquisition funding. You can put this out. People that's looking for money to buy businesses. I'm doing a deal right now. What it was, I think it was 350,000. I forget how much it was, but about 350,000 for a hookah lounge, right? So this particular business acquisition funding helps entrepreneurs and companies acquire new or existing businesses. It's designed for buyers looking to scale rapidly without draining capital. And it's competitive terms, it's competitive with terms, and you can get quick approvals on the business acquisition funding. All right. So the benefits of this that it helps the client to expand the market, to expand market share instantly and acquire competitors or complementary businesses. All right. And it strengthens portfolios. It strengthens their asset portfolio. All right. So this is good for people looking for business acquisition. They need funding. But what's the magic question that you're looking for? Y'all help me out. What's the magic question? Key question? Help me out.
How many employees?
How many employees?
How
Yeah.
many employees? We keep going back to the same question. How many employees? Different product or different bait, same question. Different bait, same question. Another one, different bait, same question. We're interested in this question right here about their employees. Once we identify that, we just mark it down, stick a pin in it, get back to what they're looking for. Okay? So the wellness program, okay? So yeah, we want to think of each product. We want to think of each product as bait on the fishing hook. The goal isn't just to make a sale; it's to attract businesses that can become long-term partners. So each product opens the door to introduce the Wellness Plus and agency development opportunities. Each product that we put out there is designed simply to open up the door for the Wellness Plus and agency development opportunities. The thing is, with our bait, we can actually accomplish that goal as well. So now, not only are you getting a residual income for what, for your deal, but you're also closing a deal that you're getting paid immediately on for the funding portion of it. Okay. So, once we get them on the hook, we'll be able to navigate. You don't have to be the funding expert. I'm not asking you to do that. We're going to start training more and more on funding, things like that, so you can know what you're speaking of. But all you need to be is the resource officer. You need to be the resource agent, where you can take people and bring them to the team and just keep listening in on the conversations. You just got to be resourceful. That's how you make money. It's just getting in between deals, getting in between conversation. This is where being nosy pays off. Y'all know about being nosy and listening to conversations, right? Eavesdropping. And I'm in a restaurant, so I hear people talking, and I'm eavesdropping in on their business conversations, saying, where can I get in at? I do it all the time. And I'll tell them, hey, you know what? I didn't mean to eavesdrop, and I did. I understand you guys are looking for some funding for a project. Let me just give you my information. I don't want to disturb your dinner, but I am in the lending industry, and I can help you with whatever solution that you need. All right. So the Wellness Plus connection is the ultimate catch. This is what we're looking for. Once the businesses are engaged through funding or acquisition, introduce the Wellness Plus as their employee benefit upgrade. This is an add-on. This is an add-on. As soon as you can kind of get that concept where you're just using these other things to add on, to add on to what they're currently doing, the Wellness Plus is the ultimate catch. Okay, this is what we're trying to get in front of them. We're going to use funding and things that they're looking for. Why? Because they're not actively out there looking for the Wellness Plus program. Businesses are not Googling and saying, hey, let me see if I can find a Wellness Plus program. They're not going into different groups and saying, hey, let me see if I can find a Wellness Plus program. But they are looking for money. They are looking for funding. Okay? They're looking for funding. So why not use our funding arm, which is what we've been based off of for many, many, many years. We use our funding arm as bait for the wellness program. Okay? And thankfully, what we're using as bait, we can actually do. And we're not just putting anything on the hook and can't accomplish that goal. No, that's not what we're saying. I'm saying let's put it on the hook so we can accomplish that goal, but that's what's going to attract them. We get them there, and once we get them, Now what we do with that fish is up to us. Okay? It's up to us. So building the agency pipeline, scaling through the partnership. So every business that we serve can become an agency partner. What I would suggest is close the deal first on their own employees, their individual employees. If they have employees, we're going to sign them up first, and we're going to talk to them about the agency opportunity as well. But we're going to sign them up first as a client and then give them the opportunity to come on board as an agency. All right. So train and empower your partners to introduce G2 Global's suite of solutions to their own client. We have a plethora of different solutions that you have to learn as it relates to our funding, okay? As it relates to our network and our clients. All right. You have to create a duplicating effect where growth multiplies through networks and not just individuals. That's the building of this agency pipeline. We got to train and introduce our G2 Global solutions to their clients. Whether it's funding, whether it's the wellness, our ultimate goal is the wellness. Wellness, wellness, wellness. So use particular industries and particular products that's going to catch you a wellness fish. Okay, that's going to allow you to catch a wellness fish. Okay. So, excuse me. So, the future of G2 Global Network, number one, like as I stated, is for us to reframe the new framework is agency development. We're focused on agency development. All right. We're focused on agency development. That's number one. Number two, the new mindset is relationships first. Build the relationship. Relationships, okay? We're getting in front of customers and clients that we need to build relationships with. It does not need to just be transactional. You can use this agency development as your entry to building relationships with multiple people, multiple companies. Why? Because you have a unique product that most of them don't know much about. It's a conversation piece. And you want to be in the control of that conversation. It's always good to be the expert in the conversation, right? And sometimes it's a bad thing when you're in a conversation when you have somebody that, may know, you know, something about the program and may have some false information and try to, control that conversation. But you want to make sure that you're the expert. You just want to ensure that you're the expert. Okay. So the new framework is agency development. The new mindset is relationship first. And the new strategy is leverage and partnership. We're doing leverage and partnership. Okay. Leverage and partnerships. You have to look internally to see who you have in your immediate contacts. And you also have to go out and just start leveraging new relationships and partnerships. You guys have people right at your fingertips that don't know that they can have this type of money. I was on a call the other day, and I think I told you guys, and they were pitching me on a product to bring to our G2 Global Network for medical insurance for our people, for not just us, but to sell. And they quoted me out because it's called like an insurance, like a share care program or something that all doctors are taking. And it's supposed to be a really hot product, but they quoted me like for a family of five, it's like $600. So, it was pretty good. So, so this company has, been around for a long time. As a matter of fact, I worked with this company probably about 20 something years ago. Um, a long time ago. So, and they were in the meeting with me, and of course, I turned the conversation around, at toward the end of this meeting to introduce the agency program to them. Okay, it's a perfect fit. And when I started talking about the program, the guy started stating like, "Hey, yeah, wow, I need something like that. Got some hotels and some 7-Eleven stores and about 3 hotels and about 4 or 5 7-Eleven stores and some other things." I was like, "Okay, cool." I said, how many employees does your client have? And he looked at me like, "No, client." He says, "No, that's me. I own this." So I'm talking to the guy that owns all of this stuff. He owns like 3 hotels and some 7-Eleven stores. I said, "Oh, okay." So G's on the call. He says, "No, Mo, he's the owner. He's the decision maker." And I told him about the program. He says, "Hey, if you can save me up to $1,000 or $500 per employee, something like that," he says, "Man, I am all ears. Please tell me." And it's also as well as getting me involved with the agency. He says, because I have a community of people that could use this. So because my thought process is always to turn these conversations around, to get that person on board with us instead of everyone trying to get me on board with them, we have to use the leverage and partnership strategy. And you have to do the same thing. You have to keep looking at all opportunities as a leverage play and a partnership strategy. How do I leverage this partnership? How do I properly leverage this partnership and this relationship? Look around you. Look around you. How many insurance agencies are you connected to? Look around you. Which one of you are connected to payroll services? They would love something like this connected to their services as an add-on. Look around you. What about you all that's connected to CPA firms? And even if you're not, you can do a direct campaign to this group and these entities right here alone for agency partnerships and agency development to show them how we can help scale their businesses with using an add-on for products or a product that they already have or clients that they already have. They're already engaged with business developers, business equipment sales team. They're dealing directly with decision makers, equipment sales, commercial and business funding brokers. This is the list of people that you want to target when you're marketing for agency developers. I'm sorry, agency relationships. Okay. How many tax preparation people do you know? Some of you all do taxes. But how many tax preparation people that you know that you can go to, and they may have smaller clients. They've done taxes for a company with 10 clients. That may be their base, 10, 15, 20 clients. Well, guess what? That's still a good mix because a person that has that, type of database here's 10 here, here's 20 here, those numbers add up. You want those. Okay? You want those clients. All right. And here's another thing, you guys, when you're setting up some of the agencies or people that you know, okay, here's another thing. If you know some of the agencies, so say some of these people that you know and you want to set them up as an agency, we don't have a problem with you becoming a partner with them on their agency. That's between you and them. If you want to become a partner, say if you're setting, hey, I want to set up my sister as an agency, and you tell your sister, hey, I'm going to be your business partner on this agency. So now that $40 turns into them getting 20 and you getting 20. Leverage. You got to think about the leverage play all the time. How do I dissect this? How do I position myself? It's all about positioning. Part of the problem why people are not, fulfilling their financial goals is because they're not positioning themselves properly. So this training tonight was all about positioning. This is all about positioning. Using these things as bait. We're going fishing. Same day funding opportunities. So you see those flyers, you put them out. Same day, 24-hour express funding. Now, right off the bat, let me tell you, they're probably not going to want this. A lot of people probably won't want this type of structure because of the daily and weekly payments. But you know that. But what caught their attention is the 24-hour approval. All right. So now you have their attention, and now you can talk to them about other funding options. Okay, so you don't want that. You want a monthly loan. We can help you with that as well. Let me ask you about your credit. Let me ask you about your business. You go through the whole thing there, right? This was simply for bait. And also, don't you buy into another thing I don't want you all to ever do is make a decision for the customer. I don't want to put that out there because I wouldn't take that. You probably wouldn't take that. I don't eat olives, but I don't, olives and or anything like that. But don't mean I won't sell them. I probably won't be that effective in them because I don't like it. But doesn't mean that I won't sell them. So using this as your your bait is that's all it is. They probably won't like it, but you can still sell it. That's my point. All right. It's fast, but some people will. People take a ton of this is a the MCA business, big business. We do a lot of MCA. I do a lot of MCA loans now. I do a lot of this, okay, for customers right now, a lot. But these people want fast money and they need it right now to solve a problem. So they actually like it. But now I have a new program now where I can go out and bail them out of this. So the same program I'm saying that they won't like, we got a program to bail those that's in it out. But once again, this is bait. This is what we're putting on the hook. Why? Because the main question is, how many employees do you have? We're getting back to it. We're diverting to how many employees. We're opening up the conversation for wellness and agency opportunities. That's where we're going with this. And that's where your focus has to be and your mindset has to be every time you're talking to clients, right? So if what you were doing wasn't working, say, hey, you know what? Let me put some bait on my hook and cast a line. Let me put this 24-hour funding out there for businesses and see what I get back. Okay? Let me go on my LinkedIn exchange and start building up my LinkedIn account. Let me go on some of these groups where these businesses are looking for, funding opportunities. Let me put it on my page. Let me send it out to, my email, email it out to some people or my, whatever, my contacts or what have you. Okay. And another thing is you guys also have you also have uh, the opportunity to go back and talk to some of your previous clients that you've done before. Some of you all have been doing funding for a while. I'm talking about to the people that's been doing funding. Just go back to them. Go back to them same clients and introduce, hey, I got some 24 hours, express funding. The first thing people are going to hear, like, whoa, 24-hour express funding? Yes. This is a real thing. This is an actual real thing. But you know that this 24-hour funding is a daily payment loan. It's a weekly payment loan, crazy payments. You're talking like $4,000 a week, $3,000. It's crazy, insane payments. They probably won't take it unless it's an extreme emergency. But that's not why you're putting it out there. You're actually not trying to put this out there to sell it. You got a question to ask. How many employees do you have? All right. You know they need money, and now you know they have employees. Now, whether this goes into a agency conversation with them or whether it goes into a conversation of just signing them up with their employees, hopefully it's both, depending on the situation, right? Hopefully you can sign up their employees and put them in a program and then sign up this company as an agency. All right. So with the funding, right, you got the question on how many employees, but then you have to pivot back to what it is that they want, which is funding. They're not here to talk to you about wellness right now. That you put that in, you just stick that in your notes for now, okay? While you're helping them with their funding solution. But they reached out to you because they saw 24-hour funding solution. Do they want the particular loan that comes along with that? Probably not. But that gives you the ability as a as a consultant to pivot to another product, term loan product, or something that's more manageable and something more appealing to them because now you have their attention. Once you have their attention, you have to keep their attention. So part of the biggest problems is what you guys were kind of facing is not being able to get the listening ear of people and have the listening, and have the attention of some of these people. So you want to start putting things out like this to grab their attention. Key question, how many employees do we have? This one right here is a hot one. This MCA Loan Bailout. These things is hot. These are hot. Business acquisition. These are hot opportunities that you can use as bait. So just remember to think of each funding product that we're going to start putting out, okay, as bait on a fishing hook. Imagine it being a fishing hook and you're just casting your line. I'm going to put this 24-hour worm on this hook and throw it out there and see, how many business clients I get biting on this funding opportunity. It becomes a lead to you for wellness. They just don't know it yet. They don't know it yet. Solve their issue, but this is a wellness customer. And now when you solve the issue, this is going to be an add-on, I know you're not, I know you probably don't like the rates too much on this, but that's fine. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some additional FICA tax credits to eliminate some of the payroll taxes that you're paying on your employees. Get them some, and I'll get them some additional coverage and no additional costs to them or you. And that'll knock off some of your expenses as well. And it'll help cost justify what you're doing, right now. And that's going to be on on a yearly basis, whatever that savings is. So if I can put 20, 30,000, $50,000 back into your bank account, that's going to happen every year under this program as well, by you signing up for this funding program with us. So we're just, collectively doing it. I'm not going to go into a whole pitch with them about this and that and this and that. They came for funding. I'm going to give them this as an add-on bonus, as a thank you. Here's some additional help for you. That's the position that you want to do with this, okay? Here's some additional funding for you. I'm gonna put this back into your bottom line, right? Because why? You're doing consultative selling. You're the expert. You're teaching him about what it is that they need. So think of each funding product as bait on the fishing hook. The goal isn't just to make the sale, it's to attract businesses that could become long-term partners or agency relationships. Okay. So each product that we have and that we put out is going to open the door to introduce the Wellness Plus. Always think about that. If you see the funding program out there, this is the door to introduce the Wellness Plus. If you see the bailout program, this is the door to introduce the Wellness Plus. We're fishing. So our pivoting now is going to fishing. We got to fish, right? And we're fishing for Wellness Plus and agency development opportunities. Okay. So um keep that as your rule of thumb as you're moving forward in your in your uh in your selling. Okay. Keep that as your rule of thumb that every product that I'm putting out there now, I'm putting on the hook for the purpose of bait. Our focus is we want the residual income. We want to solve their problem, but we want the residual. You want to be able to do the job one time and get paid over and over and over and over. So that's why that program is the lead program for us. Even though we have all the funding opportunities and all the funding programs, we do funding all day, and actually I see it. She'll tell you how many funding deals we've been working on in one day. I mean, just funding, right? That's what we do. Okay. But but the wellness is what we want. The funding is what we do daily. This is what put the food on our table and kind of help us to live our lives and things like that. But the wellness is what we want. Why? Because it pays us over and over and over after we do the job one time. That's what you want. You want that residual platform. So start fishing. Start using the fishing technique. Use the fishing tactics. And I'm giving you the different worms or the different bait to put on your hook. Throw that out there, cast your line, and wait for those fish to bite. Okay. And that's what we're doing with the whole digital marketing campaign and what we're doing on the back end, guys. We're doing a full blast on these products. Why? So people can actually literally start, calling in, and we can just start handing out, those leads to you all. Just, hey, take this and call these people. But you have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing. Start fishing. Okay? Start fishing, guys. Start fishing. All right. Any
How
questions for
soon can
me?
we get the slides, the flyers?
Say it again.
How soon can we get the MCA 24
Uh,
hour?
is Lisa on this call? Lisa, do we
Yes, I
have
am.
we got the flyers ready for everyone, right?
Yeah, not yet all done, but I'm working on it.
All right. So give us a couple more days to finish them out, okay, Eva? All
Okay.
right, give us a couple more days. Some of them are finished and some of them we're still finishing out. So a couple more days and those will go out. All right. That's right, Abdul. Always be closing. ABC, man. ABC. All right, wings up. Any questions for me?
How we get one of them hats?
Huh?
I said, how we get one of them hats? Them
You gotta
sharp
be
hats.
you gotta be 6 feet tall, good looking.
Well, that's me, man. I should have two of them.
We'll get you some, man. We'll get you some, brother. I gotta get back to the guy that did these hats and the shirts. We'll get them back to you. Lisa's laughing at me.
Just stop by to say hello, Mo.
Hey, who's that? Benny? Hey, Benny, what's up, man?
I'm good, man. I just stopped by to say hello to you guys.
Benny, good to see you on the call. We haven't heard your voice in a long time. Hopefully everything is well with you.
Yes, well, thank you.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, you all, any questions for me? Any
When
questions?
do we get the slides for the uh training we had last night?
Slides from the training last night. You got to talk to Eric.
Eric, he's there.
Yeah, Eric. Is Eric here today? Oh, hey, Eric. He's probably on the call. So you got to talk with Eric. To get the
Jerry, Jerry.
hello.
Oh, I'm.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
So hold on. 1 second, guys. Mute. Okay, there we go. All right. So
Here.
what was that, Eve? I'm sorry.
I stated that Eric was on here.
Yeah, he's probably on
Can
the
we
call.
pass?
He's there, but he's probably on the call. So next, what we're going to do is go over these products too and show you what you will be getting paid off of these deals and how that works. We'll go through that as well. But I mean, you can easily make money on unsecured funding. You guys know, remember the commissions on that is like 4% on unsecured fundings. So any unsecured fundings for every $100,000 in unsecured funding, you're making $4,000. For every 100,000, you're making $4,000 on. $200,000 in unsecured funding, that's $8,000 for you in commission. So knowing where to go and to how to pivot and use these products, right? How do you use these products? How do you use the unsecured products? You got to match them. See, a lot of you all say, hey, people don't want these loans. Yes, they do. People trying to close deals and they can't close because they don't have enough money to close with unsecured funding. Remember, we're a network. The beauty about what we do is we're a network. We're not a direct lender. We're a network. So within our network, this is why we sell the brand. This is why we sell the brand. We have everybody under our umbrella. So we can reach into our network and place people where they need to be. That's your strength.
What about the church?
I'm sorry.
What about the church funding?
So the church fundings are limited. We still have church funding, but it's limited. Okay, we still have it, but church funding is limited. I've been in meetings last week with hedge fund lenders and different private partners. Private lenders looking for more funding for us, and it was specifically for 501c3s. A lot of the banks, Eva, are backing out of 501c3 funding, and they're doing that because of its risk measures. Okay, with ever since COVID, a lot of people have just gone home and they're not going to churches like they used to because after COVID, it slowed down a lot, and so a lot of the churches haven't recovered back, and the lenders know that. So to answer your question, do we have it? Yes, it's limited though. So what I would tell you all with your pastor networks and your church networks, what I tell all of my pastors in my network is you need to have a for-profit arm adjacent to that ministry. You need to have a for-profit arm to that. So you got the non-for-profit and the for-profits. Why? So when it's time to fund, we fund the for-profit entity, and that'll be for the non-for-profit. But you use the for-profit. Why? Because there's more options. It's a difference between having 3 or 4 funders and people that might be not interested in the 501c3 than having 300 or 400 that's interested in a for-profit funding opportunity. So it's different. Okay. All right, Eva.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, so yeah, you all switch your mindset to fishing. Just switch your mindset over to fishing, okay? That's what we're doing. We're fishing. All right. And how do you fish? You got to put the bait on the hook. You got to cast your line. Okay. So when the flyers start coming out, start posting your flyers for funding and circulating them and really just, getting out there, guys. Use your social media. Use your social media platform. All right. If people don't know what you have, especially when it comes to your funding and everything, if they don't know what you have, I don't even know why you're doing it. If you're not sharing what you have access to, I don't even know why you're doing it. Why are you here? If you're not sharing it,
The video.
say it again.
What about the video? I know I'm posting it. The one you just put
No.
out?
I'm just talking about in general. And yeah, I'm just saying in general. Okay, so what about the video?
Yes, sir.
Which video, Eva? I'm sorry.
The one you just recently completed,
Uh-huh.
the wellness video
The wellness.
on Facebook.
You want to use that video is what you're saying? What are you
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah, you can use it. Absolutely. You can use it.
Thank you.
And-
I've been posting it,
oh,
so
I know. You always post. I see you all the time. I see, with everybody pretty much, I'm pretty much friends with everyone on social media. But, wherever you post that, go to your LinkedIn. Go to your LinkedIn. Make sure you start building up your business profile on your LinkedIn and showing people your professional look. Make sure your headshot is good. On your profile pictures. Make sure all that stuff is good. Okay. All right, you all. That's it. We're 9 minutes over the hour, and I think you guys was it a good training? You guys get
Yeah, it
something
was
out of
good.
this?
Yes,
yes,
it was
sir. Yeah,
helpful.
It was
it
helpful.
was good. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
I
just
like the connections, I like the way we're connecting the dots to lead to the big prize. Yeah.
correct. That's all we're doing.
Mm.
Connecting the dots to lead to what we're trying to get to. We're fishing. Mindset, change the mindset to pivot the mindset to fishing now. All right, I got to fish. We're putting these things and these products on the hook, and I'm using that to reel them in. And I'm actually getting paid off what I'm putting out there as well. So I'm actually doing it. You have a solution for them. We got plenty solutions for them. But you put the best solution out, the most appealing one out first, which is the 24-hour funding. And some of them might take that, by the way. Some of them say, you know what, I need it. And we could actually do it. All we're going to do is log into their accounts, get their documents, and they do, security checks and all that type of stuff. Next day, the money be in their account. They just check their bank statements, make sure their bank statements are good, and, make sure that their income is good. That's what happens. Some people might take it, some people won't, but we can still pivot from there if they don't want to take that. Okay, I totally understand. You don't want this particular one. I've got other funding opportunities for you as well. So what you want to do is listen to what their needs are. Okay, you don't want to just push that MCA. Matter of fact, let me just say this real quick. You don't want to just push the MCA loan off on them. You want to use that solely for bait and open up the conversation. In that conversation, you can pivot to another term loan or whatever to a more comfortable one for them. If they say, well, what about the 24-hour one? Okay, well, this is the terms on the 24-hour one. This is how this one works. However, if that's too aggressive for you, I've got some more streamlined type, products, which will be a monthly payment. It's going to be based on that. You already have his attention. Also, I've got some FICA tax credits that I can throw in on this for you too. Eliminate some of that payroll taxes that you've been paying. Looks like you've got how many employees again, sir? Oh, 200. Yeah, looks like you're paying an X amount of about this amount overage. Yeah, let me work on this for you. We'll put some numbers together and get this out to you. Okay, let me see what I can do with the funding. I got some FICA tax credits I want to be able to give you. I'll be able to give you some more additional coverage for your employees and no additional cost to you or your employees as well. Okay, it's just something that we do for all of our clients at G2 Global Network from a business standpoint. Okay, great. We just added it on. I didn't sell it. I just gave it to him.
Right. Got it.
You know what I mean? I just gave it to him. So don't sell it. Just give it to him as an add-on. That's all I'm trying to say. So when you're using the phishing techniques and the phishing method, we're using that and doing this as an add-on, even with agencies. You're giving it to them as an add-on. Hey, I got an add-on product. Stop trying to sell the stuff. Stop trying to sell it and give it away. Give it away.
Just
That's
here to give
another
you some wellness plan.
Give it away. Give away the opportunity. That's what you're giving away. You're giving away FICA tax credits. You're giving away money. That's what you're giving away. And you're giving away additional coverage to their employees. That's what you're giving away.
And a potential take-home pay increase.
Correct. And on the back end, you're getting a residual check and you're getting an upfront check on the commission from the funding part of it. Done deal. All right, we're fishing. All right, that's my training, guys, for today. It's 8:13. I will put the recording inside of Discord. Other than that, I will see you all. For those of you that's going to be on the training for tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be at 7 p.m. This is our mindset development training. I want to start seeing a lot of you all on that. I want to start inviting the entire network out for the mindset development training. Calls. Listen, it's needed. Our mindset development calls are needed. You may not feel like you need it, but trust me, the calls are good, and you'll come out with a renewed thinking. Okay, all right. So, let's see what else. I think that's it. Any other questions?
Thank you, Mo.
You're absolutely welcome. You're absolutely welcome, James.
Yeah, this was a wonderful and informative training, son.
All right.
It was very good. Very good.
Thank you. All right. Okay, guys.
Thanks, Mo. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Deborah. Good to see you. All right,
Deborah.
you all.
Hey, Mo. Hi, Eva.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, you
Good
all.
to be back around.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
I love
Wings
the
up,
spirit
everyone.
of-
Wings up.
Wings
Wings
up.